Hi y'all, how y'all doing today? I hope today is going fine. Welcome on back into this Boozin Food Kitchen. I'm Shelia Edwards, and you know you're always welcome in here. You know I'm gonna ask, have you found that peak to your day? If you haven't already, go get your peak on. Now let's talk about what we're gonna be cooking in this kitchen today. Today, we're going to be cooking this chicken Tetrazzini. And you know we're going to keep it a little boozy there, okay? So we're calling it a chicken Tetrazzini today, but it can also be made with turkey. So it's one of those Thanksgiving things that people do sometime, but today we're doing chicken. So let's get over here on this stove and get this thing going. And if you like this recipe, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, okay? All right, let's get over here and get it done. Okay, we're going to start by boiling our chicken breast. I have about six or seven chicken breasts in there. And I'm going to add to that about a half teaspoon of pepper to my water. And that's just plain water. We're cooking the breast, but not necessarily boiling the breast. I want them just not to be raw, but they don't necessarily have to be really done to the point where they're rubbery, because there's another cooking process to this. So we're going to let this go about 15 minutes or so. The water was already hot, and then I dropped the breast in there, and they're going to be about 15. Okay? I took the breast out of the water, and what I'm going to do is reserve a little bit of this broth. And I'll tell you, it only took my breasts, because they're thin, and so it only took them actually about 10 minutes to cook to the point where I wanted them. Okay, so I moved a little bit of that broth because I might need it later in case my dish isn't quite as soupy as I want it. So I'm just going to reserve that. Now, right into this same water, I'm going to break my pasta and put it in. I'm using 16 ounces here of just spaghetti. Okay? And you're just going to break it into little bite-sized pieces and get it in. And while that is cooking, until it's, you know, a little al dente, a little bit north of al dente, not too hard, we're going to go ahead and cut up our breasts so they'll be getting ready. I'm getting my chicken breast all cut up. Now in this part right here, you can pull the chicken breast apart if that's what you wish to do. I just wish to kind of get them up into little small cubes will be fine with me, like this right here. Now, I can tell you this also. This dish right here, you can use rotisserie chicken that's already cooked out of the store if you wish to do so. It's just a little less expensive if you are, you know, cooked your own chicken breast. And also this can be done with turkey. It's a popular dish around Thanksgiving time if you have that leftover turkey there, and you can use it with white and dark meat combined, if that's what you wish to do. Okay, so I'm just going to finish getting this done. Okay, the pasta is ready, so I'm going to turn that off, and then all I want to do now is just drain the pasta. So if you notice, we're doing everything in this one pot. In here right now, I put 4 tablespoons of butter in here, and I'm letting that melt a little bit. I haven't even washed the pan out because everything is just going right in here, so the same seasonings, and it's be just perfect. Okay, now to those 4 tablespoons of salt, I'm going to add my vegetables. I have 3/4 cups of onions here, just a few yellow onions that I cut up. And I'm adding to that, this is a full cup of bell peppers. And I'm using green and yellow peppers because I wanted to have some color in this dish. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add about a clove of garlic. So that's equivalent to about a half a teaspoon of garlic. So we'll just get that in there and get that going. Let me get this eye turned on, and when this softens up, we'll be ready to add everything else in here, okay? Okay, so these vegetables are looking really good. They're kind of south of being mushy, you know. They have that beautiful right there. They still have a little bit of a crunch to them. So what I'm going to do now is take my tomatoes, and this is about a 14-ounce can of tomatoes. I have no salt added to this. As you can see, I'm trying to control the ingredients in this recipe. So I'm going to pour these diced tomatoes over in there to kind of deglaze the bottom of this pot. Get that little fond off the bottom of the pot, or any little good stuff that I have down there. Just going to let that go and get everything off the bottom and kind of incorporate it there. All right, and to that, I'm going to go ahead and add, this is what, a 10-ounce can of cream of mushroom soup that I'm using. Get that in there. Okay, got all that in. And now, I'm putting in, this is a 10-ounce can of cream of mushroom soup here. Get that in there. Oh, come on now. There we go. All right. Now, when you are buying your tomatoes, you can buy Rotel if you want to, where they already have the jalapenos in there. But I like to kind of do those, buy them separately, because I like to be able to see just about how many jalapenos I'm putting in there. And this right here is about 2 good tablespoons of chopped up jalapenos. And remember, if you are using fresh jalapenos, remove the seeds so it would not be too spicy for your dish there. Okay, so let this get incorporated there, and then we're going to put some additional seasonings in here. Okay, now we're going to get our cheeses in there. This right here is a 4 ounces. I'm sorry, 4 ounces of cream cheese, and this is a cup of shredded cheese, and I usually use a sharp cheddar blend, and sometimes it's that sharp cheddar could be with a little jack in it, pepper jack in it, or a little bit of cream cheese or whatever, but long as it's a sharp cheese in there. So I'm gonna get that stirred around just a little bit. And to that I'm adding, because you know I'm gonna keep it boozy, y'all. Okay, to that I am adding my 1 cup of white wine, and I think I'm using a little Riesling of white wine there. It has just a little bit of sweetness to it, but that's okay. It'll pair well with that with those tomatoes down in there. So we're gonna stir that around just a little bit, get that going. And now I'm going to add my dry seasonings in there. Look at that. That cheese is beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to put a little dash of this and a little dash of that. Okay, so here I'm going to start out with my Italian seasoning. I'm going to go around, and that probably maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon there. But you know that doesn't, it's not spicy, so you're okay with the Italian seasoning there. Now I'm gonna add, since I have chicken, I'm gonna add a little bit of poultry seasoning. This right here might amount to 1/4 of a teaspoon. And y'all know my favorite seasoning is curry. We finished getting that curry down in there. Now I'm gonna add this. This is a little bit of chicken. Get a little bit of that, and I'm kind of light with that. That's not a fourth there, that's just a little sprinkles, because that has a few peppers in it also. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of cayenne pepper, just a little bit. I like the taste that it plays in there, kicks it up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to put a few of these red peppers in there, and I know you said a lot of those things probably have a little pepper in them, but it's a different kind of pepper and it plays in a different way. And finally, in that the little peppers that I just put in there, that was just a few shakes. And finally, I'm going to put a little paprika in there. Okay, and that's about a 1/4 teaspoon there. So I'm going to stir this around a little bit. Okay, get that all going. I'm going to let that come together just a little bit, the cheese melting and everything, before I put the final ingredients in. Okay, so everything has had time to meld together, and everybody's playing well and smelling good and doing all of that. So now we're ready to really bring it all together. Okay, so I'm going to add the chicken back into this mixture. Okay, and then we're adding the drained pasta back in here. Okay, and now I'm going to give it a few good tosses, and then we'll be ready to put it into the baking pan. We're just going to rub the baking pan down with a little bit of butter before I add this to it. I am getting my pan together by rubbing a little butter around quickly. Okay. Now I'm going to stir my pasta. I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup. This is some of the reserved broth. About a 1/2 cup to there, not quite a half, just to kind of loosen it up just a little bit, but don't want it to be watery. And now I'm ready to add this pan to here. So tetrazzini is pretty much looking like that at this point. I'm going to come across the top with a little bit of, I've told you about the blended cheese that I like to use, and cheddar is the first cheese in there, and then there's some other cheeses too. So basically I'm just coming across the top here. Okay. That's good enough. And then I want to shake parsley across the top. Just a little bit of parsley. And then the oven is already heating at 350 degrees. And we're going to cover this with foil, put it in the oven at 350. We'll let it stay in there for about 25 minutes. And the last 5 minutes of that, I'm going to remove the foil and let it bake, continue to bake for the last 5 minutes there. And then we'll be taking it out, okay? So 350 degree oven. is. Chicken tetrazzini. Enjoy. Okay, y'all, we're back and we got it done. We got that pasta mixed in there with that cheese and just the right vegetables, and we baked her up, and honey, she is good. Good to go. And don't worry, I already got my smacking all done, and so now I'm ready to eat just a little bit more calm here. But okay, I want to thank you all for joining me here today as we got this chicken tetrazzini together. I want to invite you all to give this a try. It's a very good dish, honey. And you know, that little wine in there is doing just what it's supposed to do. Keeping it boozy all the way. You know we're going to always do that. I also want to invite you all to please join me here every Wednesday and Saturday when I post up. And if you like what I'm posting, you know, hit that little subscribe button down there. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go on and get into this food right here, y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. All right? Let me twirl it around so it won't be all over my mouth. Okay.